Hi ho, it's B here and welcome back to the main phase. Today I'm bringing you another deck profile. As you might know, a zombie structure deck, as you can see there in the corner, was recently released in Master Duel. The zombie structure deck is quite good. It is missing a key card called Doom King Balderoch, which I will recommend to you to craft later on in the video as well. But overall, the deck profile will be just that deck, bundle cards, which you should have anyway, because you should be buying the bundles, and solo mode cards, which are free. So, before we get into the video, thank you again for 150 subscribers. I did set that as a goal for the end of the year, and we've knocked it out of the park, really. We've got like 2 weeks left. Also, we are working on the more alt formats, so you'll be hearing about more of them soon. If you want to be first, join Format Friends. The link is in my card. It's a server with a bunch of different alt formats, and I am one of the staff there. So, without further ado, let's just get into the deck profile. Alright, so this is the list. It's 41 cards. Couldn't really find the one card to cut. And it's basically more of a synchro combo deck, whereas a lot of other decks are just, I don't know. I don't know how to put it. The point is that the deck has a lot of options to recur cards and access to one of the most powerful floodgates in the game in Zombie World. Importantly, you should be using this guy, Doom King Balderoch. He's not in the structure deck, so I've not included him in this list. But you can swap out a copy of Jack-o-bolan for him, or and maybe like another copy of it. And he revives himself every turn while there's a field spell, and then if a zombie monster activates an effect, you can apply one of the effects, but you can't apply both effects. No, you can't apply the same effect twice in a turn. So you can either negate the effect, which is good because Zombie World turns all of your opponent's monsters into zombies, or you can banish a monster from the field or graveyard, which is quite powerful for, obviously, just getting rid of your opponent's stuff. Doing it in your opponent's turn is good because they can use that monster yet. They can't, they have to react to it. So, other than this guy, this is the deck. So we've got one Glow Up Bloom. This card, if you mill it off of any of your zombie effects, so like Uni-zombie, Mezuki, Gozuki, Changshi, will add a level 5 or higher zombie from your deck to your hand. And then if you've got Zombie World in the field zone, you can special summon that monster. But you can't summon monsters from zombies for the rest of the turn. This card's really good. It's quite of an old one. But what it lets you do is it lets you get to stuff like your Jack-o-bolans quite easily, and your Mazeras, and then those cards are like your big playmakers. So being able to have access to them just off any of your generic mill effects, of which you have many in the deck because it's zombies, is just quite powerful. Running one Plaguespreader Zombie. This card is just good for specifically letting you get into your big boss monster, your Red-Eyes Zombie Dragon Lord, by using it and a Mazera. Running one Mad Mauler. This is the new tuner. It's treated as Plaguespreader, and you can target a level 6 or higher monster you control and reduce its level by 2 to then summon it. This is a bit weirder because you can't use it to make Red-Eyes Zombie Lord often, but because it doesn't banish itself when it leaves the field, you can just use it repeatedly to climb and do stuff like that. Obviously, it is once per turn, but over the course of multiple turns. Running 3 Uni-zombie. This card, being an ultra rare, was one of the biggest downsides to building zombies before, but now it's in the structure deck, so it's just really good. What it does is that you can discard a card to increase a monster's level by 1, but you can also mill a zombie to increase a monster's level by 1. And this basically just lets you get all your cards into the graveyard, and because it's a tuner, it can also let you go into synchros. You don't really target your opponent's monsters with this as much as you just target your own to then increase the levels, but you can also target your opponent's if you don't want to use yours, or if you're happy with your level. Say you've got 2 4s. We've got one Ash Blossom because it's in the bundle and it's just a good card. We've got free Mezuki. This card's crazy. It's an older one, and you can banish it from your graveyard to revive any zombie. It's not once per turn, and you just mill it off your effects, and then you can use it for your main combo with Solitaire to go into a synchro, or you can just use it as just a generic extender. Running one Spiritmaster, which will come up later. Running 3 Solitaire. This is one of your main combo stars. You contribute it to summon Uni-zombie from deck, and then if you mill Mezuki off Uni-zombie, you can then revive this and make a level 8 synchro, or you can target one of your opponent's monsters and make a level 7. It's just a very solid card. The second effect doesn't really come up. Running 2 Gozuki. This is just sort of like a less good version of Uni-zombie. You can send a zombie from deck to grave once per turn, but it's not a tuner. And if it's sent to grave, you can banish a zombie from grave to then special summon a zombie from hand, which is fine, but you can't banish yourself. It's a fine card. Running 3 Necroworld Banshee. This card lets you get into Zombie World really easily, and Zombie World's one of your main cards, so it's just really good. It's also a quick effect, which means that they can pop your Zombie World, and then you can immediately banish it from grave to use it. Running 2 Changshi. This is one of the new cards. What this card does is that you can mill a zombie once per turn, and then if it's banished, you can revive it. You can basically summon it from banish by banishing a zombie from grave. This is really good because it getting out of banish means that all your effects that want to banish don't really have as much of a cost, and it milling a zombie is obviously just really good. It's only at 2 copies because it doesn't actually get itself out of your hand on its own, but once you get it out of your hand, it's really good. Running 3 Jack-o-bolan. This card you'd run less copies of if you're running Balrog, but as it is, it's just a really good card. You can discard a zombie to summon it, and then during your opponent's turn, you can revive a zombie from either grave. So if you have Zombie World, then you can revive anything from your opponent's grave. And then you banish it until the end phase, and it just comes back, and you can do it again. We are running 2 Alghoul Mazera. This is another one of the new cards. If a zombie would be destroyed by battle or card effects, you can banish it from your hand or grave instead, so it's just a bit of protection. But then, if it's banished from hand or grave, you can just summon it, and then you have the option to reduce its level by 1, which is good if you have, say, Uni-zombie, because you can send a level 7 and a level 3 into a Zombie Lord. That's all the monsters. So we've got Raigeki. This is a card from solo mode, so it's just easy to access. Monster Reborn, same situation. You've got the Lightning Storm from the bundle. This is just a good card. It pops all your opponent's monsters, all the spells and traps. You've got 2 Zombie Reborn. This is actually one of your main forms of interruption. Basically, by targeting a zombie in grave, you can banish one from your same name from your deck or extra deck, and then revive the zombie you targeted. This means that you can revive something like Skeletal Dragon Felgrand on your opponent's turn, and then that will banish monsters from the opponent's field or graveyard. And then this will also let you recycle your cards by basically targeting one of your banished zombies, shuffling it into the deck, and then setting this card to your field, so you can just target the thing that you banished with this, or target something you banished earlier, like a Plaguespreader Zombie, for example, or a Necroworld Banshee. Running 3 Zombie World, because it's just really good, you want to open it. It basically just makes all monsters zombies, which means that if your opponent has any effects that are based on typing, like Tri-Brigades or some of the Sword Souls, they're all zombies now. You can also lock your opponent out of tribute summoning, and since Flu is still a decent-ish deck, this will stop Flu from doing anything. We've got 2 Mystical Space Typhoon. It's just good back removal. You get 8 for free. It's just a rare. 1 Forbidden Droplet. Droplet's just a good card. It's obviously from the bundle, and just being able to protect your plays, break boards, or even just negate on your opponent's turn is just really solid. Running 3 Shiranui Swallows Slash. This is a card you get from solo mode. You tribute a zombie, then you destroy 2 cards on the field, and you banish Spiritmaster from deck to also get to destroy another face-up card your opponent controls, so you just get to pop 3 for tributing 1 monster, which is very good. And then we're running 1 Infinite Impermanence, because it's just a hand trap that negates, which is just a solid effect. So that's the main deck. Let's just get into the extra deck right away. So we're running Doomkaiser Dragon. Doomkaiser Dragon takes Plaguespreader, which can also be Mad Mauler. And then you can, when it's summoned, you can revive a zombie in your opponent's graveyard. and that can be anything because you've got Zombie World up. Running 2 Immortal Dragon, this is one of the new synchros. During your main phase, you can mill a zombie, and then this card's level changes to be the difference between that level and this card's level. This can let you go into all your different synchros quite easily, plus it revives itself when a zombie is destroyed by battle, which is just obviously just a decent effect. Running 1 Zombie Necro Dragon, this is from the 3rd zombie structure deck, and it gains attack for each zombie in the field and graveyards, which includes your opponents if you have Willed. And then if a zombie is destroyed by battle, which could be your opponents, you can revive a zombie from graveyard to either field. This is just a good way to push for aggro basically. Running 1 Squiresaga, this is just good for having back row removal if you banish a fire monster from graveyard. Obviously, you can banish one of the Shiranuis you're playing, and then that's just once per turn, so it's not like the worst thing in the world. Running 1 Shogunsaga, this is a zombie synchro monster that gets very big, because you can banish a zombie from your graveyard, and then it gains the attack to the original attack, which could be even something like 2800 if you banish Mazera. This can let you beat over things that are otherwise big threats. It can also return banished zombies to the graveyard, so you can cycle resources. Running 3 Skeletal Dragon Felgrand, this is the new new synchro. This card banishes a monster from your opponent's control or graveyard on summon, which you can do with a quick effect with Zombie Reborn. And if a monster is special summoned from either graveyard, which your opponent will generally do, you can also negate the effects of a monster on the field, which can obviously be your opponent's. Running 1 Giganticastle, because there are situations where you'd want to make a 9, and there's no other budget 9s that are good. Running 2 Zombie Lord. This card revives a zombie on a quick effect at your opponent's turn, and it revives itself by banishing a zombie. It's just a very solid card. Reviving a zombie can obviously be used to revive Felgrand, which then, pops them up. We're running a couple links. We're running Cross Sheep. Cross Sheep, if a synchro is summoned to his only points 2, then you can give all your synchros 700 attack, which is quite good for pushing for damage. It's also generic, other than needing different names, so it can be good to get monsters off the field. Running Geonator Transverser. This is another generic link too that can be situational removal and steal your opponent's monsters if they've got something really scary. And then running Decode Talker, which is just a generic good link free in case you have a bunch of monsters that you can't use for a synchro that you just want to use this card for. Alright guys, thanks for watching today's deck profile. There should be a duel after this, but other than that, let's just get into that duel. Alright, so let's just get into a duel. We are currently duel level 13, so we are just using the zombie deck, and we'll just see if I can show you what the deck can do. Just waiting for an opponent. And we're ready. So we're against Optic Mark 01. And they will be deciding the dice roll. So we are going first. Interesting. I'm honestly concerned about what they might be playing if they're willing to make us go first. But we will see. We'll see what starting hand we get as well. This is interesting. It's a bit weird having 2 Uni-zombie and 2 Solitaire in the starting hand. I think what we'll do is we'll start with Solitaire. We'll go for Solitaire's effect, and we'll tribute it to summon a Uni-zombie from deck. Then we can use Uni-zombie's effect, and we will mill a zombie. And we're going to mill we'll mill Mazera. Then let's go Jack-o-bolan. We'll just got another Uni-zombie. Summon him. And also I think that's it. Let's just pass. So this doesn't look very scary, but what we can do is we can revive something with Bolan, and we can also bring back the Mazera Duel if it gets destroyed, which then lets us go into a synchro. So we've got quite a high amount of longevity here. Oh, that's scary. That's really scary. So we get Cyber Dragons. Hopefully they don't have the ability to go Power Bond into the one that can attack multiple times. Can't remember the name. It's like Rampage or something. But I think we'll be fine. Infinity is a little troubling, but we could probably deal with it. So it's not the end of the world. They can use stuff to like mess with the extra monster zones, but like as long as we can turn everything into zombies, that's fine as well. Some of the things does require machines. They are going to Monster Reborn, targeting probably Mazera, right? Yeah, I think we Jack-o-bolan in response. It does mean we don't get to revive the Squire or the Uni-zombie, but wait, we have a Uni-zombie in grave? Since when? Oh, that's scary. Doesn't matter. Oh, right, yeah, we opened two. And we summoned one from a deck. Right, yeah, my bad. So yeah, Mazera will be banished when it leaves the field, but then we can special summon it in defense immediately. So Jack-o-bolan will come back. We've got 3 monsters now, and I think what we do here is we should go for a... Let's go for another Solitaire effect first. Let's use Solitaire. Let's tribute itself, right? Yeah, let's tribute itself. And let's go grab Glow Bloom from deck. Now yeah, let's activate Uni-zombie. Let's target the core. Oh, we're gonna get impermed. Ooh, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So we won't get to mill a Necroworld Banshee here, but we can just go into Skeletal Dragon Felgrand. So Felgrand will trigger, and we can banish the core, and we can also activate Glow Up Bloom and banish it from graveyard to add a Changshi from deck to hand. From here, we've pretty much got we're in a very good position. Ooh, Overflow is really good here. Overflow is really good. It depends on what they target. Wait, this doesn't target, does it? Oh, this doesn't target. This is fine. So we're going to send core so it doesn't get banished. That's fine. Well, no, it gets banished, but thing, and it's just going to destroy the Felgrand. That's fine. Let's add Changshi to hand. So we can't tribute summon Changshi because we have already normal summoned this turn. So let's set a monster. Let's go to battle. Not a monster, it's a back row. Let's just pass. So this doesn't look very good, and it's mid, but we do have a droplet set, so we can just interrupt their turn. Halving the attack and negating the effects will just prevent an OTK outright, usually. They are going to Kaiju Mazera. So Mazera should trigger. No, it's from hand or grave. That's really bad. Sidra's fine. They're going to make... I believe this is Fortress. Yeah, they're going to make Fortress. Going to add a Cyber Dragon. Well, it's a light machine, I believe, that this adds. But yeah, pretty much Cyber Dragon. Do they not have free Cyber Dragon Engrave? I guess not. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna add core. Does core not cores they're gonna be their normal summon? Yeah, we're gonna negate that. We'll go for Droplet here and we'll send Uni. You know, we'll send Changshi as well, we'll negate both. We can use something to banish it from grave. And then we'll revive it from banished. Okay, so I don't think there's much they can do. They're gonna go for Sega, so they'll be able to beat. Oh, beating over Uni-zombies really bad. Vertex! Oh, that's really bad. I think this has been a pretty good showcase of what deck can do, though. Obviously, I don't think we can win unless they draw something. Oh, they go for Overload. Oh, alright, that might be a bit easier. Obviously, I thought they were going to go for DP, I'll be honest. They're going to go Banish 2. They're going to Rampage, so they won't be able to beat over our thing, and then attack 4. I believe that's... I don't know, I believe we're taking like about half life points, maybe a little bit more. Does that add something back, right? Yeah, that adds the Nashta back to hand. Oh wait, but you can't. Oh, they don't have enough monster in hand. That's fine. So we'll take 800, then 42, and then 500. That's fine. I'm not dead at least. We're down to 25. So basically, we win this. We have to win this turn, otherwise, we're fucked. Set 1. That's scary. And that won't do it. Honestly, let's just surrender. Yeah. Overall, this deck, without Balrog, this deck does have significant issues. I want to be ranking getting Balrog. Other than that, thanks for watching, guys, and bye.